1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon.
£100 to someone's GoFundMe cause, and you think, yeah, what a great guy. I mean, we know they've got money, these people, but he's a great guy. Like, I think most of the Palace team, probably all of them, and certainly Mark Gay was the same. They do a lot for the local community, for the charities, and they love the fans, and it comes across, and you get a team spirit, the connection. And Dean Henderson is up there with the best captains, and he, as well as being a wonderful goalkeeper. So I can't praise him highly enough. So yeah, I put him on a par with Donnarumma. I really would. But you've got to say maybe Donnarumma, he's got the edge because of how he's rated, I suppose. He's a first-class goalkeeper.
I was just going to say, before we move on from the goalkeeper issue, is a goalkeeper as good as his last line of defense?
That's a very good question. That really is. And one of the things I did mean to sort of say there as well, the other percentage, if you like, that has improved and obviously helps goalkeepers, the way defenders, they're brilliant at blocking. The blocks, you know, sometimes you get a shot, you think that's going to be a goal, and at the last possible second, one of the defenders sticks a foot out or sticks his head out even, and it cannons off them. I don't think there was ever a time, as these last couple of seasons, maybe a bit longer, where so many goal-bound shots are blocked. And the players, they know, they obviously want to avoid giving penalties away, but they know when they see someone shooting, they sort of throw themselves to stop the ball in case the goalie doesn't get it. So, yeah, I think you're right. Maybe too strong to say he's only as good as his last line of defence, but it certainly helps, enhances his ability and confidence to know that his players will put themselves on the line to stop that, to block that ball, that shot at any event. So, yeah, I think we would see a lot more goals, but for these brave defenders who put themselves in line of some thumping shots. I mean, it's another subject, but I remember once, a couple of seasons ago, when I went up to Liverpool to see Palace play. I think we lost 2-0 that day, but it doesn't really matter. But we were right at the front, actually, behind one of the goals, but not right behind it, to the side. And in the kick-up before the kick-around before the game, where they sort of train and then they start shooting. I mean, nowadays, most clubs put a big nets to the side of the goal, so if you happen to be there, you won't get thumped by the ball. But this probably goes back, I don't know, 4 or 5 years. I can't really remember, but it wasn't that long ago. And I remember being at the front with our sort of crowd of people, and it included, actually, I think we'd taken Kimberley and Lucy that day. I mean, Kimberley's been going now for more than that, so this might be a bit longer. But anyway, we were sort of sat there, or standing there really, before the game started, and some shots were raining in from the Liverpool players. And then I was suddenly conscious that the ball, one of them had kicked it, and I was just aware it was coming right for Lucy. It was coming right for her. And I remember, I think I stuck out my foot. I can't really remember, but whatever, it was a hand and foot, because I wasn't going to let it hit her, because it would have knocked her out. And I managed to deflect the ball. And I tell you what, I could have cried. I mean, the pain on my leg, I seem to remember, of that ball hitting it. And I used to play football for a few years. I loved playing football. And I think when you're playing, you're not always so aware of it, because you do sometimes stop a point blank shot. We've been saying about the players blocking the ball. But sometimes I go, oh, I bet that really hurt when you get a ball at point blank. And if it hits them on the head, it can knock.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
It can knock them out. So if you're hit by a football, it is painful, believe me. And I was always glad I was in the right place to protect my Lucy from being hit with the ball. But yeah, so these players who blocking a football at speed from a shot is a painful experience. But yeah, as part of the game, we don't really think about when a player gets hurt by the ball itself.
Yeah, actually. Yeah, absolutely. Now, we've only got 3 minutes. This is what Wayne Rooney has to say about the Tottenham coach, Thomas Frank. So he says, the article says, Wayne Rooney expresses his concern about the immense pressure on Thomas Frank following Tottenham's poor results this season. He noted that the harsh experience made him look as if he had added 10 years to his appearance.
Really?
Talking about the Real Madrid goalkeeper. Now, they've got Newcastle next, Tottenham, I think. How do you think that's going to go?
Well, I don't know. Tottenham are a little bit unpredictable, and so are Newcastle. I mean, we talked about Palace's and Brighton. Both have had bad runs, which Palace ended our one on Sunday. But you think of this season, Liverpool had a terrible run of games without winning. Manchester City did and have done until recently. Winning on Sunday was their first one in 6 games. So, yeah, I think it's much harder to predict. I mean, I saw today Thomas Franks said he didn't object. He understands the fans shouting for Mauricio Pochettino, because they want him as the manager. I think he was there once before, wasn't he? And he said, "Oh no, I don't mind." And in a way, I feel for the guy. I do, because I feel he should say, "Well, the fans, be careful what you wish for. I still plan to deliver for this team, whatever." But it's like when he was ignored by a couple of the players when he came on the pitch a few weeks ago, wasn't it? I think he's having a tough time there. Again, I don't know. I don't know whether he's aged. He certainly seems to get through his chewing gum, doesn't he, on match days? But then he always did. But no, I wouldn't. When I've seen him on TV, I wouldn't say he looks any different. He's got a fair mass of hair, which is fine. And I think there's a good manager in there. I think he did very well at Brentford. And I think it's going to a big club like Spurs is tough. And we know they've changed their managers regularly. But then so have Chelsea, so have Manchester United. It's not an easy job to go to one of the bigger clubs and make it a success. So, yeah. Yeah,
absolutely. Well, this is all we've got time for. We want to apologize for the picture problems with the video going up today. Oh dear me, towards the early stage. You've been watching and listening to the Football Referee. I've been Emmy Hikins, and he calls me House.
And I'm Trevor Gear, and he calls me Bro.
So it's a goodbye from me. See you next week.
Goodbye from me too.
Dear me, what a day. Right, okay, so let's cancel this.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us